Good evening, all. I'm still preparing here, but I think I'm mostly there. Let's see. Let's turn this down a little bit. And let's turn the music down. There. I think I've got everything. Power bank's charging. Yeah, I think so. Oh, Greg ED made it. Can't stay long though. My flight is boarding soon. Oh, where are you and where are you going? I need to check something last minute real quick. Okay. So, John Arman was here first. No risk of magic smoke or fireworks today. Well, I can guarantee you there will be smoke, but it will likely be flux smoke. So, I've already lost hope for fireworks, says Thomas Orzechowski. Orzechowski? Okay. The equipment being produced these days seems to be too good. Maybe. Nigel Tech says, hi, looks like it's going to be interesting. Let's see. I think so. I think there's going to be some nice tools today. Oh, I need to get something. Anyway, Medved says, evening, Quindor and all. How do you pronounce Fnirsi? Well, I think it's just Fnirsi. Yeah. Umukavala says, hello. No, he says hello. Hello. And Draadstal is here in the house. Evening, y'all. Noise. And, well, I just talked to Greg E. Slyzert says, hi, everyone. From West Africa to France through Istanbul. Wow. Well, I wish you could download the stream. You'd have hours of fun. Well, maybe not, but the stream is being produced in real time, so I can't help there. Did someone say fire, says Felix. And Greg Cressy is here. Hi, Quinder. Hope you're well. My mom, Janice Cressy, and myself and Malachi say hi. Hello. And hope you're doing well and had a great weekend. Well, great week. I had a balanced week. The beginning of the week was kind of shitty. I wasn't feeling well, and the body felt heavy. And the last few days of the week have been great, and I'm looking forward to the weekend. So today was good too. Oh, can you give a shout out to my mom and Makakai? I think it's Malachi. I know by now. Montev says, hello all. Greg E, I'll try and join on in-flight Wi-Fi, but it might not work. Maybe if you can set like YouTube to like 160p 15 frames a second? Maybe. I need to get something. I forgot to get something. Hold on. I am back. Wait, the stream is over already. Yeah, I just left it running. No, don't worry. Okay. Is this the bag I was looking for? I think so, but... Yeah. Okay, yes. This should be good. Yes, okay, good. There. So more people are joining. Jacco Weiss is here. Oh, you made your mom and Malachi smile. Nice. You are background to my accounting work this afternoon. I hope I can improve your, I don't know, mood, situation, work. I don't. Snoop Dogg left it running for 24 hours for his live stream, and lots of viewers watching nothing happen. I guess that's one way to do it. I'm not Snoop Dogg though, so I don't think the same applies to me, but you know. So, how's your week been? And what are you drinking? I'm drinking this. I didn't prepare drinks today, so we're having some pineapple grapefruit Fanta Zero Sugar again. I'm like cyborged up, so I'm like a cyborg now. We can check my sugar values. It's been horrible. Where's my phone? Shall we check my sugar values? Maybe we shouldn't. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, God. Yeah, it's been a weird day. The sugar values aren't doing great. I'm like eating, peaking, weird dips, eating again, okay-ish, peaking. I just ate. So, yeah, but it's the sensors are really cool. It's a really interesting piece of technology. My sugar levels, on the other hand, yeah, could be better, Tomorrow is your 99th day on checking in on AliExpress. Wow. My wife suggests I need some help. Well, then you get like 0.7 euro per day, I believe. Not for all days. So let's say you get like 0.6 euro per day times 900. You got 599 euros for free. I think you're winning at AliExpress. Turning into a sweet tart? No, I wish. Yeah, managing my sugar levels. I don't know. I the reason I'm measuring it real time again is I have the feeling it's gotten worse, basically. I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. I had the feeling it got worse, so I was like, well, I can keep poking my fingers full of holes. Or I just slap on one of those patches. But those darn things, they're like almost $100. What? For 14 days? And maybe I could get it like from the insurance or whatever, but I'm like, yeah, okay. Let's measure it a bit and see what happens. Tool recommendation. City Theatrical DMX Cat E. No idea. What do I do with that? Did you expect your sugar levels to be a straight line? Well, if you're not a diabetic like I am, they should be. Or a lot more than mine are, at least. The Swiss Army knife DMX test tool, but I do like 0 things with DMX, so yeah, cool. Okay. $60 in the US. This one was like 85 or 89 euros, I believe. So a lot more. Boarding now. Till later. Later, Greg. Have a good flight. What is the interval of testing? I believe every minute. So Greg has a question. I'm doing sensor work with the DigQuad V3. Okay. For my stair LED lights, I'm wondering What sensor you recommend? I was thinking PIR with D quad, but told that there's better choices. I don't know. I'd look into sensors. I've recently been looking on AliExpress. You can also get like those line crossing sensors. You just have to make sure that the levels they output are compatible with the board, or you have to make them compatible with a level shifter or an isolator board, which uses like an opto isolated IC. But other than that, yeah, I don't know. Have you ever looked at N-Tech hardware? They do a lot of pixel stuff. No, I'd rather build my own. We're looking at becoming a distributor. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so PIR can be very error prone in my experience. So I'd maybe look more at like a laser crossing sensor that then measures the reflection, because you're not so much needing a broad spectrum, right? You don't need this width. You can just have a line, and if that line's being crossed, then it needs to react. So I'd quicker look at a line crossing sensor than a very broad, generic beam it into your room sensor. Montef, nowadays there's certain variants which I think taste fine. Like this guy. I like this guy. The Fanta. Most Fanta Zero Sugars are pretty good in my opinion. But yeah, I get what you mean. But yeah. Yeah, but Medved, that is again a very broad, meant to sense people in your room, over the top overkill sensor, and I get it. But I'd quicker look at a meant for purpose sensor, and that is a line crossing sensor. Let me look if I maybe added it to my cart when I was browsing AliExpress recently. Cart. No, I didn't. Okay. Let's see. Let's AliExpress that line crossing sensor. Not the types I was looking for. 100 meter. Nah, that's a bit long range. Laser. Maybe I should add laser. Adding lasers is always better. Yeah, something like this, for instance. 5 to 35 centimeter. That's not a lot. But if you get a reflector, it can be 8 meters. Okay. And I believe these have a relay in there. I don't know. I'll just send you this one. This is just one, the earliest one that came up in my searches, but more something like this. Yeah, an IR barrier or a laser sensor, something line crossing instead of sensing the whole room and something is moving. That's much more error prone than a crossing sensor, basically, because, well, that's meant for, like, you know, if you're crossing a line. And there's probably cheaper ones than this. Here's one for $8. I believe you can also get some that do like 1 to 2 meters without needing a reflector. Yeah, like I don't know. Here's another link. Then yeah. Now, mind you, these often need 12 or 24 volt and might also send that out in the GPIO signal. That's not compatible with the board, so you'd need a in-between board with an optocoupler on there. But sometimes they also have like a relay on there, and then you can just connect one of the button pins and the other one, other side to ground, and when it's connected, it senses on, and when it's not connected, it senses off. Yeah. Generally, my sugar would be too high, I think. How do you feel your sugar is bad? If you're drinking a lot and, well, if it's like really bad for a really long time, if anything you drink, even water, tastes like the nectar of the gods, then you probably have sugar. If you need to pee a lot and then also want to drink a lot again, then you probably also have issues with your sugar. If you're very sluggish and can't muster energy, also worth a check. Yeah. Awesome to hear it, Greg, that I helped. I like helping. Yeah, okay. I've done one analysis of them before, Savag, and they all had certain issues I wouldn't recommend. And nowadays there are some better options. They're also more expensive. And not going to name the brand, but some have been doing very close inspections to my work and copying how they think it works in not really the right way, but still better than it was before. So, yeah. Yeah, high sugar can have a different effect on lots of people. Generally, I'm not too bothered by it unless it's for a very long period. But I'm like type 2 diabetic. So you can see... Oh, no, you can't see. When I eat and things like that, you can see it going up. But you can also see it's already starting to come down. So my body still processes it. I don't have to... use insulin and stuff like that. That's mostly type 1 or bad type 2. I just have a feeling that it's gotten worse over time. So I'm just checking in. Have you connected WLED to your sugar level apps API yet? No. When will the new ESP32 boards be available to order to put them on some old Dig Uno and quad boards? Well, that's going to be a few months still. We're still in prototyping. I'm hoping to do some lab testing soon for EMI and EMC and things like that. And once that is done, we'll take them into production. They will be introduced next to the current stock because the new versions are going to be more expensive. Actually, everything needs to be more expensive because prices have been rising left and right. I haven't touched the prices in years, and I've basically taken the blows of things costing more, but now that AI is like everywhere and it's eating up all the computer resources, that's not the problem. The problem is that flash memory is getting more expensive, and even the ESP32 has flash memory on there, but the raw minerals are actually getting more expensive. So my PCB costs in the last 2.5 to 3 months have raised 15%. So my raw cost of just making the PCBs and some of the components, actually some of the components are now 50% more expensive, but just the PCB is now 15% more expensive than I was paying like 3 months back. And that's just because there's a contention in the raw material, basically, that those things are made of. So, yeah, I need to raise prices. I can't hold out anymore with the current pricing. But my idea is that I will make the new boards available, which also have upgraded features and, improvements and things like that. And those will be more expensive. Those will have the price corrections in there. And then the old stock is what it is, and that will sell off at some point, and then it's gone. Yeah, but I think that's the best way to raise prices, by also giving you extra features. I try to do that with the Dig Uno, Dig Quad, and even Dig Octa, like every so often. So yeah. You bought 64 gigs for 640 euros. Wow. I bought a 96 gigabyte DDR5 6000 CL30 kit. So 2 DIMMs of 48 for 280 euros, and that same kit is now 1100 euros. Oh, it's insane. It's insane. And like my GPU, I have a 5090, but I bought it when it was like 2700 euros. It's now, I believe, 4,900, something like that. The same model. So if I sell it, I make like €1,500 profit. But I use it, so that's going to be a problem. Yeah, so this isn't going to be AI talk, but I'll share my vision on it. I think it's not so much a bubble in regards to usefulness in using it as a tool. I also use it as a tool sometimes. It's great to spar with and, do some research and have basically a talking partner, which isn't a human. And in some stuff it's better than a human. In others it certainly isn't. But I see it as a tool, and like a lot of other people see it like as the replacement for all things. I don't think so. And the problem is those companies providing those AIs, they're spending multiple tens of billions while their income isn't reflecting their expenses. And they can do this for a while because it's a hype, but at some point they'll have to pay for what they bought. And well, without the income, and I haven't seen any of those big AI companies present any plan whatsoever that's going to pay for the expenses they're doing. It'll stop automatically. Because if you buy $80 billion of equipment and then say, I'll pay you in 2 years, but then you make 10 billion profit per year. You spent 80 billion, you made 20 billion, you're now 60 billion in the hole. So at some point it'll just stop existing because you can't pay for it. That's how I feel about it. So it's not so much a bubble because I think the technology is useful. It's not like a useless technology, but the way they're going about it now, it's basically built on a house of cards. And at some point, it's going to topple, I think. We will pay. No, I don't think we will pay. I pay like $20 a month. No, I pay some other service $20 a month, which includes a $20 a month AI subscription next to a lot of other things. So, they're not going to get it from me. Exactly, Rob. It has its uses. I think it's a useful technology, and it's certainly a step forward in capabilities we have and blah, blah, blah. But the billions and billions and billions it's costing right now and eating up all the resources, I think they're trying to scale it out way too much, well beyond the point that it will be profitable. But hey, I'm not I make my own business plan for my business, not for theirs. So maybe there's some magic bullet there that somehow they're going to make 8 times the profit they're making now next year. Maybe they can ask AI how to do that. I don't know how to do that. I believe more in linear, scalable growth. But yeah. Yeah, and they're going to run into scaling problems too, and they're trying to throw resources at it, which worked for a while, but I think they're going to hit a wall there too. Next to computing power, there's the money wall. Sure, no, I see it as useful, yeah. No, I do use ClickUp, but it's not the service that gives me AI. Anyway, we're well into the show. What are we doing? Well, today we're going to look at some tools from Fnirsi. And I bought a bag recently. Yes, we're going to talk about a bag. I finally bought some merch. I bought an can you see that? An LTT tech bag. And I was like, I need to fill this tech bag. So first, to start off with what's in here, we have, of course, the LTT screwdriver. I've never used it, so at some point I will use it. And there's the bits are in there. So I've got an LTT screwdriver. And I've got a, I wanted to treat myself. This was like at the end of the year. I bought all kinds of tools. I bought a LTT precision bit kit with an LTT precision. You're supposed to do this, right? A precision screwdriver thingy. You gave those guys way too much money already. Well, these are very useful products. And I like their form factor, and I think it's high quality stuff. I haven't used it yet, so I don't know. But yeah, I like having a good bit set and a good screwdriver. And I wanted this bag. So this will be my tech bag. But I want to make it an LED installed tech bag. So the first thing we're going to need is, well, we need screwdrivers, of course, right? So we have like a large and a smaller screwdriver. So, okay. But that is not enough for your tech bag, I think. So next to that, I bought from Fnirsi. This is all bought. This is not sponsored. They did offer to sponsor me before and after they learned I bought it. So the only thing I said, well, I'll add some links to your affiliate store and next to the AliExpress store. But I just like buying my own stuff, and then I can do and say and whenever I want. So yeah. The normal soldering iron comes in this bag, and it has a little adapter plug, it seems. We get some tips. I have some more tips over here. I bought the bundle with 6 tips. We get a stand for the soldering iron, like that. No. Okay, now it won't go down anymore. Okay, let's put it aside. And some other paperwork. But, no, I need to close this. How do I do that? There's probably some mechanism I'm missing. Okay, I'll try and get it in there anyway. But I bought the deluxe kit. And the deluxe kit comes with this nice hard case. For some reason, it has a transparent window here, but it also has a nice badge. And this is the HSO2 box, right? And then, it has the soldering iron and a lot of the tips you can store in here. For some reason, there's a compartment here that goes to nothing. It's a bit useless to me. And then here's that window. Also a bit useless to me, but you know, it looks nice, it feels good, and it's sturdy. But it comes with this. This is nice because this is, you can actually put your soldering iron in here, and then you have like a place for your soldering wire. And I think this is meant so you can get the soldering wire outside of the box, basically, so to unspool it. Not sure yet. And here you have some wool. And a pad you can put water on to make that work. And, of course, the soldering iron. So this is the HSO2, the A version. That's important because the A version takes this style of tip cartridge, the C245. And I have tens of tips for those because my normal desktop soldering iron uses the same cartridge style. So that's very convenient. And, well... Oh, I have to twist it. Okay, so it has a metal cap. I think. Yeah, I think this is metal. But the nice thing is, while you're soldering, you can put it in here. And this is also metal, so it won't melt. The design of the case is not the best. Well, I think functionality-wise, it's okay. I don't know why this is, you know, see-through, but I like this because this is convenient, right? And this is convenient, this is good. You can clean your iron like that and you put it in there. And I don't know, maybe I just don't know how to use this, but you should be able to get the soldering wire out of there. So let me try. Oh, okay, now I broke it. I don't know. Oh, this is magnetic. Okay. Yeah, so you can get the wire like that, so it unspools kind of somewhat a bit. Okay, yeah, okay. It doesn't unspool great, but they just gave you too much. Maybe. I'm already derailing here. Okay. Okay. Oh, you're supposed to put that on there, I guess? I don't know. Let me... Oh, it was stuck. Okay, it was winded over itself. Okay, that's fine. So let's get this outside again. I mean, this is a real test, okay? So let's put this in here. See, this doesn't fit nicely. No. If you put your iron in the stand, you will melt the bottom? No, it doesn't reach anywhere near the bottom. And it's all metal, I think. Anyway. Yeah, so this needs less solder on there, and then it'll probably fit better. Or maybe it needs to go like that? No, can't imagine. Oh, now it fits. Okay, I did something wrong. So now it fits fine. So let's put this on here then. I don't know, like that. Okay. And this can go here. Sure. So now we can get our solder. And we can also wind it back if we need to. Good. Anyway. It happened to you. Oh, okay. Well, that's not good. So currently I have a simple knife or a pointy style tip on there. I bought the kit with 6 tips. Actually, I want to change that. I want to use a larger tip. So these tips you can just pull out and you can place them here and insert them like that. It wasn't glorious. Okay. Well, I mostly care about the soldering iron and the portability of it. And, you know, it feels like a nice kit. So we have a power bank over here. I didn't actually put this one in the description. This is a move speed power bank. But it's capable of... the USB-C input can do 65 watts, but output can do 20 volts 5 amps, so 100 watts. So I was hoping this power bank will be a good fit for using with that soldering iron. Now I want to try a few different cables. I've got these cables from AliExpress. They're supposed to be nice silicone 1000 watt blah blah blah. They're horrible cables. They feel very nice, but their power delivery is poo-poo. Then I have some Wotobe 100 watt, and of course I have some Baseus 100 watt. I want to see if there's maybe a difference between using those cables. I don't know. And this one's orange, and the power bank's orange. So yeah, let's see. USB 1 should be 100 watt. Let me put that over here. I don't have a Toki nearby. It never did pass 25 watt for you. Oh, I've charged my laptop with those cables. So, you recommend turning off the iron while keeping it on the stand. Oh, I don't know if there's an option for that. I guess we can turn it on. Let's see if that works. Okay, so it's booting. Okay, it asks me to press OK. It's synced to 20 volts. Yeah, that's often a thing I see with Chinese products, sadly enough. Oh, okay. So, it immediately rebooted. Yeah, okay. So, it's either asking too much power from the power bank, or, which I suspect, this cable is total shit. So, yeah. Now, you can change the amount of power it draws. But let's first try one of the other cables and see if it's a cable problem, which I think it is. It could also be a power bank problem. I don't know. But I really like... I have like several of these power banks, so I'd like it to work with these power banks. So let's use this random 100 watt cable. Okay. Yeah, okay. It went to 20 volt again, so that's good. Let me move this out of the way. Okay. Okay, so that definitely was... Oh, no, okay. It was somewhat of a cable problem. So let's see. Okay, so the power bank isn't liking the 4.5 amps. But then how do I reset the... Okay, if you hold the OK button, you can change the settings. So let's lower the system set. The amount of amps it draws. Let's see if we can... Firmware update about factory data. Oh, okay. Let's see what firmware we have about. Version 1.8. Don't know about... I don't know. Handle set. Okay. Yeah, okay, so it has 3 levels. Okay. It wants 20 volt, that's good. But power is at 80%. Let's lower that to... Oh wait, that's way low. Let's go to 60%. Okay, I need to press it many times. There, 60%. Can we do more? Step 5C, temp calibration. Okay. Okay, let's see if it does that. Okay, that seems to be working. Nope, it reset again. Oh, I was really hoping these power banks were going to work. Okay, so now it at least got up to temperature, but does it sleep when it goes into the stand? No, it does not. Okay. Yeah, the tip is in fully. That's not the problem, I think. So let's try the Basis 100 watt cable. Is this a 100 watt cable? Yeah. It's a Type-C 100 watt cable. I think it's the power bank shutting off, actually. It's voice controlled, yes. This is also a silicone cable. Preferably you use it with a silicone cable instead of a normal one, because then at least it won't melt. Yeah, pencil is also good, but I don't know, I wanted to try the Fnirsi tools for some reason, so I got some of those. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, wait, so we're back at 20 volts. Whoop. Okay. Yeah, of course it doesn't have to do everything now because it was still warm. That's a bad test. The stand is good at removing the tip. Okay. So I'm going to remove the cable for a bit. And I'm just going to wave it around to cool it. And then let's see if it can push the full power with this 100 watt Basis cable, which is nice and silicone. That's one of their higher quality ones. And otherwise, I have some benchtop USB-C power supplies, which I've used it with before. Because this one I already unpacked and used. The others I haven't yet. Yeah. So, I don't know. Swap tips. Oh, that's a good one. It doesn't have a dedicated tip swapping hook thingy, it seems. Maybe I could use the stand for that, but then the tip would be in the stand and I wouldn't be able to pick it up because it's hot. Right? How do we do that? Is it still warm? Yeah, I think so. Put in Fanta. No, I'll put Fanta in me. There. Okay. Let's say this is cooled down enough. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, okay, so now it needs to draw a lot again. So it might actually be cable related more than power bank related. Anyway, that did it. So how do I put it in standby? Okay, so this is standby. Good. Okay, I'll just put this in here because it's designed for that. So I'm assuming it won't melt. If it does, well, then we know that too. So let's put that aside. Because we're going to do like a simulated real project today. I think we'll take this one. This is prototype of my custom LED strip, and it has a red tape on there, which generally means it's dead. Okay, so we need to cut it up and solder on new leads past whatever is blown on there, because I probably short-circuited it and did all kinds of other stuff you shouldn't do with it. So let me hook that up real quick. Let's use no, not this one. Should we use this one? This one hasn't been adjusted, I think. This one certainly has. Okay. Let's use this mangled prototype, which is like melted parts and everything on there. That's fine. Can I use these? Does this have the right connections? No, it does not. So this was like an issue during the prototyping. If you see here, the positive is on the red wire, but then the red wire goes to the white wire. That has been corrected on the production models. Anyway, let's unscrew this. Yeah, I've used these power banks with my laptop and stuff like that before, and it's worked well for that. So, sure, you can do that, but I don't expect people to do that. So for now, we're just gonna push these in here and use it as is. But we're gonna have to resolder the wires anyway, so we'll probably solder on a different pigtail or something like that. Let's go here. Why am I not using the LTT screwdriver? That's a good question, actually. I don't know. We'll use it later. It wasn't really part of the tools I'm testing today, but it's a good point, though. Okay. Sure. Let's get a... Is this one of the newest versions? I don't know. Yes. Let's get a ESP board. Why are you not fully seated? Okay. And we need power. Currently, I have this in my 10 gauge in my tester. That's not going to work. Hold on. Okay. Let's see where I have some more decent gauge. Is it over here, maybe? Yes, it is. Okay, let me get this wire. No, they're not in stock for anyone. These are prototypes, that's all. That's how that works. I need to test them first. And then make sure they're, like, perfect. And then I'll you know, make lots of them. Okay. Let's see here. You don't care. No, but the earlier prototypes, including this one, were not perfect. These have all kinds of bodges on there and other things. So you do want them to work, don't you? Okay. Let's turn on the power supply. Let's plug this in. So now red is going to red. That's good. Okay, turn that on. Let's see. Power, yeah, 24 volts, 5 amps. That sounds good. Now let's hope it doesn't explode. Is this on properly? I think. Is it? I think so. Okay, it doesn't explode. Good. But we're also not really getting any output. Let me see if I can find this thing on the Wi-Fi. I can. 20. Okay, so let's make. I'll at least set the configuration correctly. This BGR save. Nothing happens. Yeah, I'm doing blends now. Nothing happens. So this strip is broken beyond belief. So we're just gonna cut a bunch off. Is it? Oh wait, are the arrows? Oh, this strip didn't have arrows yet. Oh wait, we're doing it wrong, I think. Yeah. This strip didn't have arrows yet, and we've just powered. It says data in here, but then this pad is data out, and this is data. Oh, is that good? Yeah, that is good. Wait. No, that's correct. Okay. So it's just blown beyond belief. Yeah, what LED working? Yes. No, this is just like totally broken. So, we're just, I don't know, gonna take an arbitrary amount. Let's go until here. It's connected the wrong way. I never know. I always screw this up. It's on the data in pad, and the other side is data out. So then it's data in again, data out. I think it's correct. I'm just going to cut it. Cut a small end off. Maybe. Okay, I'll cut a small end off to start with, and then we can, maybe we can solder multiple times, okay? So I'm going to cut it right on the line. That's important with these. There. So now we cut this part off. Oh, well, we don't need this right now. This can go here. Okay, so now we have, new strip, which we need to solder leads to, right? Because we have a data in, a ground, and 24 volt. So let me prepare that. I have my my box here with 3-pin LED cable, which is like filled to the brim. Not that end. The one I just cut. No, this is the new strip. The old strip is here. Oh, it's still connected to the controller. Oh. I think this is good. We're soldering to data in, and then it goes to data out, data in. No, I'm not going to use the old strip. What? No, I'm just going to use a new plug, because the plug order is also a bit, yeah. No, that's going to be really confusing, because then it's, I don't know. I'm just going to use a new plug. So we're going to take this plug out, and we're going to use one of the normal ones. Oh, I need a different side. Oops. This giant amount. Do I have... Wait, don't I have... Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I might be on the wrong side of data in, data out. I don't know. I don't actually know. I always get confused. That's why I have a factory make these. But in theory, this says data in and then data out. And we're not soldering to data out and then data in. No, we're just going to use this part. And if we do it wrong, we'll just cut it again. Okay, so these leads are a bit too long. So we're going to use a snip. Snip. Because to solder to LED strip, you really just need a little tiny bit of wire. Yeah, I am soldering to the DI side of it. What are your thoughts, Quindo, on using those 3 lin cables as in the UK? We use flex cable as a small... I don't know. To the cut DI side, yeah. So DI goes to DO. And then DO goes to DI. That's good. I can't solder to a DO. Yeah, I don't know. No Odido. I didn't like them already, and now, you know, with the recent news, it hasn't gotten better. So let me get an onderzetter. Oh, there's still tape on this one. Good. So, yeah, we get like something like this, and we stick it down. There. So that's the first part. Now, normally you'd have a solder fume sucker. I don't have one. I actually bought a really big floor standing one. Maybe there'll be another live stream, but it's not installed yet. So, yeah. Okay, so let's get our soldering iron. I'm going to hit OK. I am going to wear some glasses. So the smoke goes less into my eyes. That's good. Okay, so we get some solder wire. Oh, it goes nice and smoothly. Wait, don't I have music anymore? The music died. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay. So we have our soldering iron. We say, okay, now it's heating up again. It seems to be heating up fine. Yeah, maybe I should put the gloves on. I'll put the gloves. So I'm just going to put it back in the stand. See if it melts. I'll put the gloves on. Oh. It means I have to wash less later. That's good. Okay. So we got the new gloves. Oh. Okay. So it's at 375. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to heat the pad. And then put some tin on there. Like that, so we get a nice little blob. Oh, so we already have a problem. I'm going to do it with my other hand. Let's see if we can... No, okay, I should have cleaned it. There. So now we put it back in stand there. So we have pre-tinned the pads. Now we need to pre-tin the wires. And I need to make sure they're nice and straight. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, let's put the wire on there. That's plenty. It's easier if they're in the air. Okay. So now we have pre-tinned wires. It's a bit easier without the gloves, and also if the wires are in the air, but you know, it's fine. So now we're basically going to line them up, and the next components aren't that close, so it doesn't matter that we have a bit of overhang like that. Basically, that's okay as long as it's not touching anything, right? Otherwise, you'd have to cut it even shorter because we have a bit too much wire. And now the idea is that you basically just melt those two together. Like that. So that's our positive wire. Now this is a bit more tricky. So let's get the white one out of the way. Okay. At some point that gets really warm, so I often use a tool to hold it, or like a tweezer. For the ground one, I'll use a tweezer. So I guess I need to add tweezers to my tool set. For my LED bag, because at some point it just gets too warm to hold, right? So let me see if I can move this over a little bit more. Takes a little bit to melt. Could be the soldering iron, but it could also be the tip I have on there. Okay, and then we do the ground. And I need to orient this wire correctly. We're going to go in between there. No, this is okay still, I think. But I'm having issues bonding it to the pad. There. So the trick can be to use your tweezers, your angle tweezers upside down, so you have a bit more grip. Okay, so this at least isn't touching. Let's see if it's at least attached a bit, somewhat, you know, decently. Okay, yeah, this one needs to move over a little bit to actually be on the pad. I'm not getting a lot of heat. But I don't know if that's the soldering iron. So sometimes you have to introduce some new solder. I don't know if it's the soldering iron or the tip. Let's see, that works a lot better. Good. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Well, I'm still testing at Savog, but yeah, these aren't... Yeah, focus isn't great. I'll try and fix that real quick. Because it's set to global focus and it needs to be center focused. Sorry about that. There, now it should be better. So even if this is... Yeah, okay. Yeah, it can be hard to focus. Okay, so now we have adjusted... we made a new wire to our LED strip. Let me roll in the solder again. So I just put it in the stand. I didn't turn it off yet, but I think it'll go into standby at some point. I can still solder for like 11 hours. That's good. Okay, so now we need a new pigtail here. Yeah, I always melt the insulation. I don't know. Oh, I had it set to 375. I could have maybe used like 350. But, yeah. Okay, let's remove this wire and the old strip. We have a little pigtail here. With wire ferrules. Let's see, L1. Okay. Okay. It doesn't fit right because I melted it. Oh. Yeah, no, let's not do that. Okay, so let's connect this. We're still on 24 volts. Plus is plus. Yeah, looks good. This is also good. We could heat shrink it, but we can always do that a bit later. Power. Aw. Maybe all of this is broken, or we are indeed soldering it to the wrong side. Yeah, these tweezers are awesome. These are like titanium tweezers, they call them. I've had this pair for over a year, at least, maybe 2 even. They're very nice. Very nice. So I don't know how much of this strip is broken. That's the problem. Promising. Well, now we get to desolder it. Because I'm going to use the same wires, but we're just going to connect them somewhere else. Just to see, we could unroll the whole strip and then connect it to the end. We could try that. Try the other end. Yeah, worth a go. Exactly, yeah. Okay, so this is still warm, okay. So let's see if we can get the solder off without adding more. Yeah. Oh, I'll zoom in a minute. Sorry. Okay. It's possible all of it is dead. That is absolutely sure. For certain. No, because if it's receiving wrong data, Draadstaal, the bridging doesn't always work. So if something is sending like zeros and stuff like that, or the chip before it at least is, you can't really tell that way. What have you done to it? Testing. Okay? Lots of stuff in here. You think I have lots of stuff. I do, but it's been used for testing. That often means I break it. To test, you know, when it breaks. So this wire... This wire here is on data out. Right? So this is the output. I was on the correct part of the strip. No, because if there's a bad IC on there, it'll interrupt the data signal. So even if you try to inject it, it won't work. Trust me, I've tried. So we're just going to cut up more. We're just going to cut it here and then see if the end port works. Okay. So we cut off a whole bunch. We need to tin the pads again. It's a little bit too much. There. Yeah, I get that, but I've seen that fail because you know, the signal would be interrupted. So we're just gonna solder this part and see how it goes. Maybe we should try a new tip. It does work. It's always interesting. Come on. Where's my tweezers? Because that's the problem when these wires get too hot to hold. So when you have this issue that it's not melting, the real thing you should do is add flux. There. Montef, I am 90% certain that channel on that controller is working. So we'll try that after this. That's not great. Come on, melt. That's better. That's better. Okay, last one. Yeah, so I'm thinking this tip isn't ideal. So after this we'll let it cool down a bit and we'll use a different tip. Because I think we need a bit more mass. There. But I think I soldered it together. Come on. There. Got it. Let me try and show you better. It's not pretty, but it'll work. Yeah, flux. I should use flux. That absolutely makes it better. But let me turn the iron off, and then we can change the tip. Change the tip next time. Yeah, maybe the readout isn't accurate. That's true. Okay, so we didn't change anything about the controller, but that's fine. Go. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay, so I have another bundle of test strip here. Let's see. This is data out. This is data in. Let's see if the controller is working by using the other strip. Because we basically cut off all the strip now, and it's still not working. And if that's not working, I'll get a Dick Next or whatever and figure it out. I need this part because this aligns, I think. Yeah, this aligns good. Using what? Too much effort required, like using car indicators. Aw, I hate people who don't use indicators. I mean, like, it's not that hard. More prototype controllers. No, you're already seeing one. What do you mean? This even has, like, the melty melt. Oh, you can't see that. Okay, anyway. Okay. Let's see what this strip does. Nothing. Why do I only have broken stuff? So let's test the controller, because now I'm starting to wonder. I have a piece of test strip on my wall here. What brand is it? It is my own brand strip. Hold on. So let me get this out of the way. Where is my wire from the wall? This one. Now you can't see it because it's, you know, stuck to the wall. But let me at least check that this one lights up, because otherwise we might be going down the wrong path. Okay. Yep. Okay, I'm not even screwing it down. I'm just turning it on. It's also it's also not turning on. Oh my god. Is this one with a blown level shifter? I don't remember. What's going on? Okay, well, actually, now we can use one of the other tools I think you should have in your LED bag. Because we don't know what's going on. And to find out, we could use this guy. It is a 3-in-1 dual channel oscilloscope multimeter signal generator. Well, that's just the problem. You can't really use a multimeter to measure a LED data signal, but you can use an oscilloscope. So let's unpack this and see if we can find oscilloscope mode and then probe the data output. Yeah, so this is about $100, I believe, and it does basically all the things. I think. Maybe. I haven't unpacked it yet. I'm literally unpacking it now. Okay. Don't need the box. Fnirsi. Okay. So we get some leads. We get a manual. Oh. Okay. Hidden Quinn box. Yeah, exactly. Nice. Okay. Fancy. So we should have some oscilloscope leads. This one has a bayonet. Okay, so these are the multimeter leads, I think. 20 amp. Okay, wow. Yeah, these look like oscilloscope probes. Let's see where they go. Okay, you have a top here. 500. Wait. Channel 1, channel 2. DD PPS. I don't know what that is. But we just need channel 1, I think. I don't know. I've never used this thing. Okay, so we get all this stuff. I just need one probe. Come on. We'll look. I don't know. We don't need this right now. We don't need this right now. Don't need that. We only want. Nice. Okay. So let's put this on channel 1. We have to twist it. 100 megahertz. Yeah, that's plenty for what we need. Okay. So let's see how this thing works. Let's turn it on. Ooh. Why is the focus so shitty? Well, okay. English. Yes. So that's likely. Oh, this looks like scope. No, the English didn't work. Let's turn it off. Okay. Let's try that again. Fnirsi. Oh god, we're stuck with non-English. Yeah. This looks like settings. Oh, wait. Oh! Fixed it. Good. Okay, back. What's back? Do we have back? Power? No. Power was not back. Okay, oscilloscope, signal generator, settings, multimeter. Okay, we need oscilloscope. Okay. Okay. Do we have an auto button? We do. Okay, so that's often easiest, hitting the auto button. Okay, good. So now let's take our Dig Uno. And we need 2 random wires. This is random wire 1. Will this fit in here? No. Will this fit in here? Maybe if I unscrew the terminal fully. Well, this fits well enough. Doesn't have to go in full. And let's try this guy. So we now have a connection in ground and on L1. So on ground, we'll do this little clip here. So this clip is ground. There. And then on the data wire, we'll do this little hook type guy. And we'll do it like that. Let's insert the ESP. Okay. Let's get this on the screen somewhat there. If you're using one you returned, it won't function. Okay. So now let's enable power for the Dig Uno. I know WLED is booting because it's turning this one on. And now let's hit auto. It might be seeing something, but I don't know if that's channel 1 or 2. Now let me go into WLED, and normally it starts with the solid profile, but the solid effect only updates like once or twice a second. So I usually put it on blends or something like that. Let's hit auto again. No, channel 1 is the yellow. Okay, I think. Yeah, so this isn't measuring what it should be measuring. It's measuring nothing. No, wait, WLEDs, let me check the assignments 2 and... oh, this is wrong. No, this is right for this one. Yeah. No, that should be good. No, okay. So let's remove the wire here. See, even with it off, it's still doing basically the same thing. So let's put it in LED 2. Okay, power it on. Okay, auto. That actually looks better. Let's put it on blends. There. Now we're getting a signal. Let's put it on auto again. Okay. That is actually what we want to see. That is an LED data signal. So without an oscilloscope, you can't measure that. You can't see that. So this is actually a really good example. This was not prepared. I think one of my data channels is dead. I don't know why, but it is. But now we're at least getting a signal, and on data channel 1, we can actually do this while it's running. Yeah, there. We're basically getting nothing. So LED 1, for some reason, I don't know why, is dead. Actually, I actually don't know why. Did I configure something wrong? No? Well, anyway, let me change the second channel to the configuration we need. Save. No, it should just be working. Wow, okay. No, the data line isn't 5 volt. It is potentially up to 5 volt. But the signal itself, as you can see here, but let me add an effect, is... well, between that. So, yeah, whatever an oscilloscope might be measuring, it doesn't know. It's too fast, basically. So let me see if we can we like zoom in or something? Oh, okay. Sure. Can we make it? Oh, okay, yeah. So you can actually see the ones and the zeros, right? So can we hold trigger? No. Sure. Single. Oh, yeah, okay, single. Trigger? No, okay. Let me, yeah, there. Let me make it wider. Yeah, there. So you can see the small pulse. That is, well, basically the 0 is down there. And then you have a small pulse and a long pulse. And that basically transmits all the information. And if you take a longer sample, you'll see that there's lots of pulses, basically. Yeah. There. You can, yeah. And that makes your LED data signal. Does it have a display scale? I don't know how this... I mean, this is the first time I actually turn it on. Channel 1. Okay, probe in X1 mode. Does it have a switch? Oh, it's not right. It's in X10. The probe was set to 10x. 10x, and the multimeter was set to 1x. So let's try that. Okay, so now the signal's too big, so let's hit auto again. Okay, so let's make that a bit bigger. Zoom in. Trigger. I want a single trigger. A bit wider. Yeah, so now we're getting better data, basically. Because the probe is on ×1 and the multimeter is also on ×1. I'm just trying to find one where you can see, well, yeah, you can see it. Okay, so that works. Can I move it down? Because I don't really need channel 2. Channel off. Okay, channel 1. Oh, coupling is AC. I think we're on DC. Let's do an auto again. I mean, it's working. I wish there was some different scale options, but so far, you know. So, what else can we... Display mode. Is it? It's not a touchscreen. I can't move the menu. Well, I can move it like that. Parameters? Oh, okay, yeah. You can see which parameters you want to have on the screen. Okay. Select. Not sure what that does. Menu. Oh, okay. Oh, we can have YT and... Let's see what that does. Oh, okay. That's not what we want. Okay. There. Okay. Yeah. Channels. Trigger setting. Which edge, so you can... the signal's basically like that. So you can set it when it needs to trigger. Persistence. Oh, I like persistence. Give me 500 milliseconds. Mathematics, okay. Okay, that was it. Yeah, okay, that's a bit too vague. So here you can see that the signal is basically changing, but actually 500 milliseconds is a bit too long. That's basically my idea, but you can get cheaper versions. This isn't a cheap version. But basically, you need an oscilloscope to do any type of LED data signal testing. Using a multimeter, you know, it doesn't really tell you anything. Oh, now it's nicely in the middle too. That's good. So we can even... okay, we can't really make it bigger. The scaling could use some work. Does it have an auto scale feature? No. Yeah, I'm going to turn that off again because that's a bit... off. Yeah, the plastic's still on the screen. I don't mind that. I generally keep it on there until it's scratched or whatever. Okay, but at least we can now see our data signal, and that's good. One thing we could do for fun... But I don't know which version this is. Oh, this is one with the dip switches still. Okay. We can actually change the dip switch. Hold on. There. And see if that changed the signal. And it did. See? Now... at first it was in, I think in 33R mode, not 100% sure, but the signal was kind of overshooting and then coming down. Now we're in 249R mode, and you see that we have a nice curve up and a nice curve down. So this is basically a less loud signal, but better behaved in regards to EMI and things like that, right? So this is a lot cleaner, basically. Then again, it depends. This will work great for short wires because it's a very nice and clean signal, but for longer wires it's going to be a problem because it can't energize the wire fast enough, basically. But that's why we have the resistor switcher on there. Okay, so I guess we should take the strips we just soldered and try data channel 2, because for some reason on this thing data channel 1 is broken. But this is exactly why I wanted to show you why I want a oscilloscope in my bag. Okay, good. turn that off. So that's why I believe every LED kit should have an oscilloscope in there. Oh, there's no wires in here. Okay. I screwed this one down. Yeah, but that one doesn't have a multimeter, and this, in theory, also is a multimeter. Now, I don't give too much about the signal generator. Yeah, we're not going to use that too often, I think. Let me see. Did I? Oh, I took the wire off again. Okay. Where's the piece? I threw it over here. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. Data 2. Sorry. I really don't understand why LED 1 isn't working. So confused. I also don't know if it's the ESP or the Dig Uno. Oh man, I have so many various prototypes on my desk. Okay. Yeah, that's all properly connected. Good. This is good. Let's put it like that. Power. And there is light. Okay, let me hit an effect. Yeah, there. Let's go to blends. Look at that. Let's full power it. Whoa. These strips are so insanely bright. Okay. Okay, so that might mean that what we did before was stupid, and we should have tested the controller. But without the multimeter, we would have never found out. So let's go back. Let's get this giant thing we cut off. No, other side. Because now I want to know. So let's solder those wires back on again. I'll take a new pair of wires. I don't know, I'll keep this for some kind of weirdo test strip. I did test the... Oh yeah, I guess I could test the ESP with the oscilloscope, that's true. Let me solder on another pair of wires, and then we can take a look at that. So this is now working. Let's see if I have another one of those cables. I think so. I have some wrong color ones. I have so many of these stupid cables. Why is it not... Okay. Anyway, these are wrong colors. Really? Oh, okay. Oh, but this one has ferrules on there. That... Oh. This one too. Sure. Can't get it back in my box. We'll make some nice and short leads. So let's cut this there. And we only really need to strip a really small part. Something like that. Okay, now the pads are already tinned, so that's easy. So let's see if we can add a bit of solder. Let's see if it warms up okay. I guess we could try a bit more power, but at least this is working. So, you know. Okay. Oh, we're going to try another tip. I forgot. Okay. It's a bit too much. Yeah, that's a bit too little. Yeah. Okay. So let's just solder this on there. Perfect. Let's get this one out of the way. Perfect again. Sorry for the focus. I don't know, I already set it to a different focus mode, but... Hold on. And let's make it bigger. Yeah, set. Let's see, oh. See if that's better. Sorry for the shakiness. Let's see, and ground. So let's first melt the pad there, and then let's introduce the wire. Oh. Yeah, that's very nice. So that's absolutely not connected in between the pads, and it is connected to the right things. Yeah, now the focus is good. Yeah. Okay, so, but now it really only focuses in the middle, so I don't know about that. Now I need a pigtail. Steal it from the other wire. Okay, need to screw this in again. Data 2. Okay. Now I need to make sure this doesn't short on itself, because that's probably why it died the first time, because I was testing that. Hold on. Okay. I made a mess. One moment. Okay, this also isn't the best way to do it, but at least it shouldn't short on itself. Okay. Yeah, we'll see. Go. Uh-oh. Oh, we have a broken piece at least. So there's more broken. But, oh, there's more broken at the end. Let me... Right, so all of the strip is working except here. Oh, see, this one's not happy. Let me put it in blends. Yeah, that is a broken part. Now we can see if we push down on this IC, it doesn't help. Maybe this IC. Maybe bending it a little bit. No. Maybe some of the resistors. No, I don't know. This part doesn't want to work, so then you just cut it, and yeah. And then likely the other part is fine. Okay, let me go back. Let's tone that down a bit there. Okay, so we have a mostly working LED strip, except one of the parts is broken. And I probably, I could check the LED count. That's a good one. Oh, it's set to 500. Yeah, no. So what likely happened, which this strip can do, is if you touch some parts of it together, and in a very specific way. See, I can't even cause it to happen when I want it to. Oh, there. So it can short on itself, and that can potentially kill a segment. Oh, now it's flashing too. Yeah, so let's cut that off so it's over here. Let's turn off the power. So I'm just going to discard that part. Okay. Let's do BPM. I don't know. Yeah, that now looks good. Good. Yeah, so now we have a working strip, but I wanted to test more with the oscilloscope, because what I actually thought of, like when I wanted to show you the oscilloscope, is like, okay, so you know this strip is working like this, right? And oh, there. I need to unscrew this again. Because what I have over here, I have a giant bundle of wire, and I'm only going to, well, no, I'm going to use all of it. I don't know. So this is one end. Okay. And let me see if I can find the other end. Yeah, the other end is over here. Okay, the rest I don't need. Don't take my mouse, please. Okay. So that is 10 meters at least, and then I think another 15 meters of wire. And we're going to connect that in between the board and the LED strip. So let's quickly wire that up. It's a mix of 16 gauge and 18 gauge bundled wire. Okay, and then on this side I don't have ferrules. That's okay. We're going to use a little Wago block. Actually, we're going to use a different Wago block. We're going to use this Wago block, because I have some extra wires on there. Beep. Something beeped. Was it the soldering iron? Oh, maybe I hit the button. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to use this Wago block, because then I can split out the oscilloscope. Okay, so we can attach our oscilloscope to these, but we're going to attach the LED strip too. Ground and data there. Okay, so now we have the long, it's like 25-30 meter wire going out of here. It goes through that whole bundle there, and then comes back and goes into the LED strip. And we all saw that we had a nice clean LED signal before. So let's get our oscilloscope out and connect that to those additional wires we have. So red is our data wire and black is our ground, like so. Is that correct? Yes. Okay, let's turn that on. Fnirsi! Let's hope it remembers the settings. That'd be cool. I think it did. That'd be nice. Okay, I didn't change the power supply, so that should be fine. Okay. Oh. That doesn't look correct, does it? So let me hit an effect, because it starts with solid, and solid doesn't really do it justice. So we're now in blends. But it doesn't really do anything. What's going on? So let's go to trigger, and let's go to single mode. That doesn't look like the data signal we want to see, right? So I can't, yeah, on my normal oscilloscope I can move the trigger and show you what voltage it's getting. I don't know how to do that on this one. Maybe holding trigger? Oh, signal generator. No, I don't want to do that. No, go back. Go away. Off. I don't know how to make it go away. Okay, oscilloscope. Yeah. Auto trigger. Sure. Is it still connected? Yeah. Wait, did it reset stuff I just configured? Maybe. No, it's still good. Okay. Oh, wait, no, we're too zoomed in. Yeah, see, I don't know how to use this interface yet to, like, I want to move this down, but I don't know. Let's try it again. Anyway, we can't make heads or tails of that, so let's turn it off. And if we remember, see, we're still getting the... Oh, did I use the wrong LED output again? No. Earlier today, I set the dip switch to 249R mode. So let's set the dip switch back. Okay. And let's see if that made a difference. Did I align it correctly? Yes. Now it's solid. Let's set it to blends. It's blending. That looks a lot better. Let's hit auto again. And now we're getting a good data signal. So before it was in 249R mode, and now it's in 33R mode because we have 25 meters of bundled cable. The 23 or the 33R mode is much better suited for the type of cabling we have connected now. So now we're getting a good signal even though it's 25 meters of cable, right? And it... Oh wait, now I can move the trigger now. I don't know what I did. So you can see here 1 volt, 2 volt, 5 volt? What? Maybe this isn't the trigger. I don't understand. I'm gonna hit auto again. It's suddenly not working anymore. Hey, Dr. Z's is here. 200 nanoseconds, maybe too long, huh? I'm gonna turn it off. Oh, it's not even turning off now. I think the oscilloscope crashed. What? What do you mean? It's not turning off either. I'm just gonna keep holding it. Did we crash the oscilloscope? I think we crashed the oscilloscope. Come on, let's turn it off. How do I turn it off? No, if you have a good level shifter setup and the resistor switcher and stuff like that, this kind of cable length is fine. Does the battery come out? I don't know. I think I've held it long enough now. Maybe I need to hold both. It just crashed. Okay. No. No. Oh, we have a USB-C port. Hammer or axe? Oh, it's beeping now. Okay. Do we have a forced shutdown mode? Can somebody Google? Because this is in Chinese. Notice to users, 26. Unplugged channel 1. Is that the forced shutdown mode? There is an upgrade option. Maybe I should check that out. We could do that in a minute. TLD, oh yeah, I shouldn't need to use the manual. It's still stuck. Okay, well okay, let me Google that. Fnirsi scope forced shutdown button combination. There's no universal force shutdown for Fnirsi. Okay, so let me disconnect the probe. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. I can connect it to my computer. Let's see if that does anything. Nope. Is it drawing power? Yeah, it's drawing 1 amp. 1.1 amp. Okay. You mean this pin over here? Pin and press it in there if it has it. Yeah. Long press on power button. Yeah, okay, how long? Okay, let's see if we can find firmware for this thing. Where's my live stream? I need to go to the shop link. Manuals and firmware. Because we were in firmware 1.8. We have the 2C53T, I believe. Oh, huh? The latest version is 1.2. 1.2.0. Or maybe we were on 1.0.8. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, lots of bug fixes. No, it's. I mean, my finger is starting to hurt, so I think I pressed it long enough. Disconnect the battery, but I mean, come on. What is the firmware update procedure? Does it say? Use a needle, paperclip, or small pin to press the restart button. Okay, I'll use my my tweezers and try and see if there's a button here. Oh, that did it. That did it. So can I now turn it on again? Oh, we're back. Okay. Yeah, let's go to the menu again, and in the About section. No, I had it before, but I don't remember. Or the parameters, maybe? This settings page and go to About. Okay, but there is no About. Is there? No, no About. Yeah, so there's a little opening here that helped, but now I want to know what firmware we're on, so we're going to try and upgrade the firmware. Let's turn the LED strip off for a bit. Indicate, no, it says nothing. It has fake carbon fiber-ish. Okay. So, how do I know it was version 1.08? Let's turn it off again. Oh, it was in the main menu. Wait, I remember now. So we have to go here, and then go to settings, and then go to about. Oh, we're on version 1.0.7, and version 1.2.0 is already out. And they also had different versions, and they had a version log. Let's see. No. Let me see what the version log said. So they have 1.2.0, 1.112, 1.11, 1.1. Yeah, okay, they had lots of versions. So how do I upload the firmware? Maybe do I enable? Okay, so now USB mode is enabled. Let's see. Let's see if we can now make a USB connection. Yeah, I hear it beep. USB drive. Okay. Open. And I'm going to just drag the firmware on there. I don't know. It's taking a while. Okay, wow, 734 kilobyte took like 20 seconds to copy. Okay, so now we dragged the newest firmware unzipped on there. Okay, how do I go back? I don't remember. Right here. Okay, now it's disconnected. I can't move it anymore. No, no. Oh, I need to go back. That's it. Okay, yeah. So now, how do I update the firmware? Factory reset. Okay. Maybe just turn it off. Oh, it has a charging animation. Let's see if it sees the firmware file. Nope. Okay, we need to look at the manual. Waveform, blah, signal generator. Upgrade. Connect the device to the computer. Hold the menu button and press the to enter firmware upgrade mode. Flash drive, copy drive. Device will automatically upgrade firmware. Okay. So menu and power. No. Did I remember wrong? Press and hold the menu button and then press the power button. Okay. Hold, power. Firmware upgrade. Oh, and now I got a different drive. Okay. Let's drag the firmware on there. It's copying. Still copying. It is copying. It is still... This is like the slowest USB drive I've ever seen. Exactly, I test things. It's still copying. Oh, now it's done. Okay. Did it upgrade? I heard a bit of USBing. Are we still here? Later in the... No DNS. I mean, did it... I think it did it, I guess. Let's turn it on. Okay. Let's go to settings. The font changed. See that? Yeah, we're on 1.2.0. The font actually changed. Okay. How do I go back? I don't know. Oh, it's actually faster now too. I don't know how to go back from this menu. I only have the power button. I have 0 rendering lag, 0 encoding lag, and 0 dropped frames. So, yeah. Let's go back to the oscilloscope. Yeah, this font also changed. Maybe the oscilloscope, because it's on the USB. I'll disconnect it there. Okay, let's turn on the LEDs again. Okay. Let's make it do a pattern. Blends. Okay, auto. Awaiting auto measurement. That's different too. Oh, wait. The scope is not connected. The probes. Yeah. Real-time probe insertion. That's always good. You can now see what it's doing. Okay. That's good. 735 kilohertz. It's more like 800 kilohertz, but that's okay. Long pressing the menu button acts as an exit. Okay. Exactly. Better font, no more issues. Ah, look at that. Now I can... Now the buttons do different things. Okay, so I can move it. Okay. Interesting. Okay, now I can also move this. That's good. So stop. How do I... Yeah, this is the trigger stuff. All hail the auto button. Yeah, well, you know, if you use scopes, you press it sometimes. Yeah. Channel 1? Sure. How do I now zoom in? Save. Saving 1.bmp. That is the most fancy format for images, BMP. So I don't know how to... Well, okay. How do I change the scale? No, double click doesn't do anything. Select. Ah, look at that. That's what I wanted to see. So you can see the millivolts there. And if you want to make sure your signal is reaching a high enough point, and for a 5 volt LED, this is 24 volt, but for a 5 volt LED, that is 3.75 volts. So you can see here, this line is at 3.76 volts. So anything above that line basically means that the signal was above the threshold for the LED IC, basically. So maybe we can do select again. And then, oh, so there's different modes. Ooh. Select. More select. Yeah. So we can set this to 3.75-ish. And then we know that anything above that line basically will trigger the data signal. So if it doesn't reach that line, you know your signal is too degraded to basically be clear enough to talk to the LEDs. Or for instance, if it's bowing up too much, so it's not a sharp corner like here, that also means that it's not strong enough to build up the current to talk to the LED fast enough, basically, right? So that way you can figure out what is going on with your data, basically. Or if you take a look at a much larger sample, maybe you see some kind of interference pattern in there, which, you know, could explain why it's maybe flickering, for instance. Yeah. Can I also set my trigger? No. Oh god, I'm back in the signal generator. Oscilloscope. Okay. C1 to move? No. Okay. Is this the trigger? No, it's not the trigger. Okay. So that yellow thingy there, that is the trigger. And I want to set the trigger, but... Oh, it's set to auto. Let's set it to normal. But then how do I change the trigger point? No. How long have we... Oh, we've already been going 2 hours. Okay. Anyway, I think this explains pretty well why you'd want an oscilloscope to measure data signals. If you ever have LEDs or you're installing LEDs and you want to figure out maybe why a certain problem is happening, this can be immeasurably helpful to figure out what's going on. Because a multimeter, it won't know. It doesn't have any idea. Yeah, I'll figure it out in the manual. That's fine. Cool. Okay. So there's one last product left. I guess that'll be the bonus product for today. It's not directly related to LED installs, except maybe in the future it will be. I'm happy with this. Even though it's a bit clunky, I have to learn how to use it. As long as it does the basic functionality. I have like a very expensive oscilloscope that is huge and uses AC power, and you know, I already have that. This is to take along, so I have a multimeter and an oscilloscope with me, so I can measure while on the go. Anyway, we have the last product, and the last product I thought was interesting is a multifunction network cable tester with PWE function. And I believe it can even do PWE out, but I'm not 100% sure. So we can do wire trace alignment, continuity test, wire sequence verification, audio monitoring, and lighting function. Ooh. It's 50 megahertz maximum? Sure. The LED data signal is like 800 kilohertz. That's fine. I generally don't have to measure signals faster than a few megahertz. Okay, so I'm trying to make a little bit of space. The soldering iron is still online. We can solder in idle for 42 more hours. 52 hours. Anyway. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, let's take a look at this. Oh, wait, what is all this? Oh, we have an A version. Oh, okay. The basic parameters, I think that's the same. Transmitter, receiver. So we don't have a red light or optical power meter, but that's for fiber, so that's fine. Yeah, there is a C version. I have the A version, which can also do a ping test and an IP scan. But I couldn't find that one. So, yeah. Oh, it comes in a nice bag again. That's nice. So now I have to put the bags in my bag. Okay. Okay. So this is the measurement device, I guess. Fancy. And then here is a probe. Does it say if it's... it's the A version, yeah. 2.5 to 200 meters, okay. Do not exceed access voltage that exceeds 60 volts. Oh, okay. Power. Do I need to charge it? Does it need batteries, maybe? No, battery capacity, okay. Oh, is it empty? Could be. Where is the USB-C? Power. Okay, let me give it a power wire. No, we can use it on the power bank. So I disconnected the soldering iron. Okay, let's use it on the power bank. Okay, yeah, red light. It negotiated 5 volt. It's doing 1 amp. Okay. Ooh. This is for sure the most fancy UTP or Ethernet wire tester I've ever had. Okay, whoa. LEDs. Okay, let's see. Flash, scan, length, QC test, speed, settings, PUE. Settings, English, light, volume, auto off. Oh no, this also has a firmware. Yeah, this is the same brand. Yeah. Okay. How do I go back? Okay. No. So I guess, let's see. We have length, flash, PUE, QC and cont, and scan. So scan is probably for this thing, where, oh, this also has an on button. Okay. So then you can plug in a cable and then see if it's... Let me get a cable. I have one over here. Maybe. It's a bit hard to get to. Okay, hold on. There. So let's how do we do that? Let's plug one end into the scanning port, like so. Oh. And let's set it to scan noiseless normal. Okay, green, so that probably means it's active. So I think it's already scanning. Oh, look at that. Okay. So, no, wait. I was expecting it to make noise. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, now it's making noise. Yeah, of course, Chinese can be fine. Yeah. Okay, so this is in scan mode. So this is doing the beeping, I guess. And then this is like a receiver. So if you go near the right cable, it'll start beeping that you're like at the right cable, in theory. Can I turn it down? No. Okay, anyway. Yeah, I'm okay. We don't need the scanning feature in. Oh, we have a flashlight. So, okay. Let's go out of the scanning option. Oh, it's PUE. It can do PUE, but I don't know what that means. So there's a PUE button you can turn on and off there. What? Yeah, so if you don't know what cable is what, you can basically like move over your cables and then find the right cable. Okay, good. So that works. That's cool. Now I don't know how to get out of this menu. Okay, now it's the power button. Okay, great interface, guys. Let's do cable test. So this port says scan. So length QC cont. Okay, let's put it in QC cont. I don't know what it means, but it's fine. And let's put the other side in here. So I have the other side in the receiver here. And let's do a cable test. Switch far end. Oh, what? Far end? Start test. All green. Including ground. Okay. So if I disconnect this. Okay, now it's all red. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so if we have... That's pretty fast. Okay. Well, what does switch do? Okay, let me go back. Oh, now it turns it off. Okay. The interface is, yeah. So let's try length in meters. Out of range. Do I need to turn this thing on? Okay. Maybe now it can do it. Testing. Out of range. Does it need to be in a switch? No, wait, I'm in the wrong port. Sorry. This is the length port. Test. 15 meters. That could be correct. I think that's correct, yeah. Okay, but does it then need to be in this thingy? It doesn't. So if I get another cable, if I get, I don't know, this cable, plug in just one side in here, start test. Two meter. Okay, so it can test without the other side being inserted into anything, and this is indeed a 2 meter cable. Okay, cool. Now how do I go back? Now it's the power button again. I don't know. Flash? What does that do? It will start blinking when connection is successful? I don't know what this does. Okay. So we can do a QC test. It needs to be in the other one. And I have this thing connected. Okay. Go. Oh, okay. So now we can see the wiring like that. Does it need the other end? QC test. Yeah, it's still all green. And if there's nothing in there? Oh, if there's nothing in there, it doesn't show up. Okay. Okay. Then this cable. Okay. I guess it can verify if the cables are there. I guess. I don't know. Speed. Speed link type. Okay, so I have to connect it to the switch. So let me get one of my cables. And I have one that is in the PoE ports. Let me check one that is in the PoE ports. Wait, where is that going? Oh wait, that is actually PoEing something, I think. Maybe. Let me insert this one into a PoE port. What? The video, all the links are in the video description. They're already there. Okay. So which one then do I use? This one? Maybe this one. Let's try this one. Okay. Oh, I get a link. Okay. Start test. 100 megabits full duplex. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so now can I do a PoE test? Okay. I think it's doing it. I guess. I don't know. Span type end, protocol AF, class 3. But why is it, you know, going up and down? But you do see it negotiating, right? So it starts off with a low voltage and then it ramps up. Okay. So let me plug it into my other switch I have here. Although that might actually also be PoE. Nope, no PoE. Okay, so if I unplug this, plug into this switch. Yeah, okay. So it can do some form of PoE measuring. That's good. So you at least know if there's PoE on the line. Cable test. Switch. Start test. Nothing. Okay. Then far end. Start test. Nothing. Okay. I don't know what that does. Scan. No? Okay, don't want that. Speed we already checked. PoE. Yeah. Oh, that flashes the port. Okay, let's see. Testing. Please note, the LED will start blinking. Yeah, it's hard to make out. Yeah, kind of does it. Kind of in this pattern. Yeah, it does. It does it the same as this pattern. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Can we still do length? Oh no. That's all off. Okay. It doesn't understand length if it's in the switch. And speed. Oh, we already tested speed. I don't know what QC test does. Let me put it in the other port. Wait. The green LED? No, I didn't blink. Only the yellow one did. QC test. Okay. Oh, I can't do speed. It's on the wrong port. I don't know what it means with switch. Because it's in the switch. Oh, now it works. Okay. And then cable test far end. Okay, that doesn't work. Oh, it does show crossed lines, I guess, if you have it wired wrong. You don't see nothing? What do you mean? Cable test, switch, start. Yeah, that seems to work. Let me try it in my other switch, or let me try another cable actually. And let me try this cable that's also connected to the switch. Yeah, okay. Now it doesn't have ground. Wait, this had ground? No. This doesn't have ground. Wait. What? What? Ground? Uh-oh. Okay. Maybe you shouldn't hit the button too often. But why is it saying ground? This is like... It's possible that it's a shielded cable, yeah, but, I mean, doesn't it need connector? You know, it is officially a Cat6A cable, 28 gauge. But how does it sense the ground? And I don't know which port to use. Can I use this port? Okay, now it says nothing. This port says this has ground. And then this one? No, because this one consistently says it doesn't have ground. What port do you need to use? Oh, that's right. Oh, I didn't see that yet. Okay, that's cool, yeah. So this one consistently does not have ground, right? But this one... And in theory, Cat6A has ground. But I don't understand where on this plug would it have ground? Yeah, but shouldn't it have like, you know, that's why this port is metal. Shouldn't it have like this? I don't know, but somehow it can detect it, I guess. Well, I guess that's all the functions. I still don't know what the QC test does, though. Let me see in the manual. Manual. Magic, yes. Does it say what function does what? So port flashing, full duplex, half duplex, auto negotiation, automatic identification, anti-interference wire tracing. Okay. Lengths, PUE test, standard, non-standard, and middle 8-core power supply. Okay, nice. Power supply mode. Power level. Power supply mode? Can it send power? I don't know. Line pressure test. Okay. Red light function. Oh, that's optical. Okay, yeah, okay. I don't have that. Brightness adjustment. Okay. The quick measurement. Turn on the multifunctional intelligent wire tracing. After the device is turned on, enter the corresponding test. Okay. Ordinary wire tracing, search to analog signals, strong discrimination, can quickly find target cable. And we have anti-interference, but I don't know. Press the M button, yeah. Well, actually, shielding is only connected on one side. So, yeah. crimping test, okay. NCV, high speed network cable speed test, PoE test. Turn on transmitter and connect device to be tested to the PoE interface. Turn on transmitter. Can it transmit PoE? Enter wire tracing PoE test to quickly identify PoE devices. So we have the PoE. Well, there's nothing inserted now. But we also had the... No. Cable test. No. Scan? Yeah, the scan can do PoE. What does that mean? Does that mean it can boot up something with PoE? Here we have a older IP camera. Let me get my cable back. How do I know if it's online? I don't know. Anyway, let me get my cable here. Let's insert it into PoE and plug it into PoE device and set PoE on normal. I don't know. NCV. Let's go to PoE again. Okay, this is not sending PoE at least. Oh, it said arrow at the top port. Wait, no. Scan. Oh, right. We need to be in the scan. That's... Thank you. And then... non-contact voltage detect. Oh, okay. So we turn this on, I guess. Scan. Oh. Maybe we turn this up. Oh, it wasn't on. Yeah, okay. Okay, but I don't understand what the PoE thingy does. Noiseless? Okay, now I put it on NCV. I do not understand how this works. Okay. I'm not sure how this function works, but that's okay. Can we also charge it with USB-C? Eh? Yes. Okay. Does it do USB-C properly? It does, because this is a USB-C to USB-C cable, and it's charging it from the power bank. Good. Okay. Length. Is there settings? Do we need to... Is there anything else we... Uh-oh. No. Yes. Yeah, the battery is very low. It needs to be charged. But is there anything else we need to test? Hey, Mr. Tech Gadget. I mean, it's a pretty cool device to see if your cables are working correctly. Yeah, and that's also what I know NCV of, but I mean, I don't know if this device does that. Direct short, what? I don't know, let me check the product page for this thing. If it can actually do PoE out. PoE power and port flash detection. Okay. So that sounds more like, well, detection. Testing power supply mode, protocol standard, and voltage level of PoE devices. Okay. Network speed. PoE test. But then I don't understand what the different cable modes do. So we have, oh no, we need to be here. QC test. So what does that test? Because if there's no cable in there, yeah, if there's no cable in there, it detects no cable. So how does it test it? Do we have a bad cable? No, I don't think so. How is it different than this? Yeah, okay. So this needs this end? Yeah, okay, so it needs to be plugged into the other receiving side. Okay. Okay. But then, what is... Okay. No, I don't want scan. Flash. Yeah, I guess that's for the switch, huh? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. 50 meter. Okay. Let me get one more cable just as a fun test. There. I got cable, man. This is a 100 meter cable, self-crimped. So let's see how long it says it is. 100. Oh, well, one strand is 129 meters. Okay. But 103. Okay, sure. Let me see if I crimped that correctly. Where's the other side? Over here. Oh God. Testing again. Okay. Cable test. Far end. Start. Oh, other port. Okay, yeah. That's all good. Except ground, of course, but there is no ground, so that's you know. QC test. All good. I don't understand what that does, but okay. It's nice to have the color coding on here, though. Speed. Start. I guess it needs to be in a switch for that. Oh, wrong port. Yeah, that's not going to do anything. We can test PUE. It's also not going to do anything. What? No. Huh? Oh, wait. Wrong port. Yeah, okay. Well, it's not... I don't have a wrongly terminated cable, because I don't like those. So, it's nice that I think it shows you which pins are wrongly connected. Yeah, I think that's what they were talking about, the precision cable tracing. No, that's anti-interference. Cable pairing check, fault detection, PUE detection. Length measurement. Crimping. Okay. So I guess if you put a cable in there that's not crimped, it won't do it correctly. Telephone line. Okay. Oh, I have a plug here which has passive PUE on it. So let's put it in the PUE port. And I'll connect it to that. If I can reach it. I think so. Oh, I need a block. Do I have a connection block here? Well, I should. I don't? Oh, here. Now we're going to do the real jank. So we're doing a little connection block here. And I'm plugging it into a passive PUE from another part of the network. Where is it? Okay. There. Okay. PUE. Okay, yeah. And now it sees PUE on these 4 pairs. It still says AF, but there's no protocol involved. This is a passive injection. It's strange that the voltages are so different, though. Power level class 3. Okay. Yeah, okay. So now we can also do... I guess we can do... Okay, QC test now. Okay, QC test needs to be on there. Speed. Start. Okay, 1000 full duplex. Okay. Cable test. Switch. Start. No. Oh wait, the wrong port again probably. Yeah, wrong port. Now this has passive PUE, so I'm going to plug the passive PoE into the tester. Oh, look at that. Does that mean this cable is wrong? The one in the wall? Could be, actually. No, it's synced at gigabit. Far end. What does that mean? Actually, I think it says that those cables are connected to ground. Which could be the case, because it's passive PoE. I don't know. No, not scan. Sure. Oh, wrong port. 135 could be correct, because this is like 105, 104, 105, and it could be 30 meters to the switch easily. Yeah, so I think that's correct. Yeah, 135. That's probably correct. So QC test, wrong port. Okay. No clue. PoE? Yeah, wrong port. Yeah, but it's not AF. It's a passive injector. It's not negotiating anything with you. It'll just give you power. Okay, sure. I don't know what switch means. I don't know either, Montev. Yeah, I know it can't be connected to ground because it detects 1 gigabit, but don't know. It's probably because the other side isn't into, not connected to this thing. I don't know. Let me restore this real quick. This was my Dig Octa brainboard on PoE splitter tester, long-term tester. That's been online for, I don't know, 3/4 of a year now. Something like that. Okay, well, that's an interesting device. I wanted a good tester, or a better tester, basically, for when we're starting the new house. There will be lots of RJ45 cabling. And having a decent way to test that, yeah, that would be good. So, far end, I guess? Yeah. Switch. I don't understand what the cable test does, and then far end or switch. Clearly some learning to do. Yeah. No Cat 7 content. Well, I have Cat 7 in the walls here. But yeah. It can do some cool stuff. The flashing is the flashing's pretty cool. And yeah, it's a nice screen. Well, sure. It's at least okay. It's a more fancy tester than I have currently. Right? The quality remains to be seen. Let me put my soldering iron away. I think so, I test. I think that's the case, yeah. So let's see if I can charge it with my other charger. Charge all the things. Noise. All right. Well, we've been going for almost 3 hours now, so I think it's time to end it. I had a lot of fun testing stuff. I hope the LED things with the oscilloscope and stuff like that was obvious, or a good learning thing. I might cut that up actually, but use a 24 volt 500 wattage charge? No. But yeah, portable oscilloscope, even though it's a lot less good than my desktop one, it could come in handy. So yeah, far end means not connected to the other side. Oh, okay. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I'll be using this more in the future probably. That's why I bought it. It'll be going into my LED tech bag. And, well, for now, I thank you very much for watching. And I hope to see you back. Next week, we'll probably have a video. Oh, I actually had an announcement. So there's no secret today, but there's an announcement. Next week, let me check my calendar. Yeah, next week, Sunday the 8th and Monday the 9th, I will be in Frankfurt, Germany for Build Plus Lighting. And I will be on an AllNet affiliated stand, and I'll be there to, look over the fair and stuff like that myself. But Light Plus Building on the 8th and the 9th, I will be at a certain stand, and I'll be there probably a few hours in the afternoon. I'll be on that stand, and there will be some Queen LED products there, etc. Stuff you guys already know. But if you'd like to, if you are on that fair, maybe you're going anyway, come pay me a visit on my stand, or not my stand, but the stand I will be at. It's the Synergy 21 stand. But if you want to know more information and stuff like that, come to the Discord and we can discuss it there. And we could have a meet or whatever. Yeah. So I guess that's the secret for today. I'll also announce it on the Discord so it's more publicly known. But if you happen to be going to that show, come say hi. And well, yeah, that's it. Thank you all for watching, guys. Bye-bye.
What are you afraid of?